Have you ever felt like life has knocked you down so hard that getting back up seems impossible? Have you ever looked at your circumstances and thought, why me? Why do I have to endure this pain, this challenge, this failure? I've been there too. You might know my story. I was born without arms or legs. As a child, I wondered what kind of life I could possibly live. How could I achieve anything, love anyone, or even love myself when I didn't look like everyone else? For a long time, I let those doubts consume me. But let me tell you something, life isn't defined by what happens to us, it's defined by what we do about it. And the secret to overcoming life's challenges can be summed up in 3 simple words: learn, adapt, thrive. What does it mean to learn? Learning isn't just about acquiring knowledge, it's about understanding the lessons life offers, even when those lessons come from pain. Every challenge is an opportunity to learn something about yourself, about the world, about what you're truly capable of. For me, the first lesson I had to learn was to stop comparing myself to others. I couldn't run, I couldn't write, I couldn't even pick up a glass of water on my own. The list of things I couldn't do seemed endless. But here's the truth: if you focus only on what you lack, you'll miss the gifts you already have. I had to learn that my value didn't come from my abilities or my appearance, it came from my heart, my faith, and my determination. I had to learn that even if I couldn't do things the way others did, I could still find my own way. And you can too. No matter how overwhelming your challenges may seem, they are not roadblocks, they are stepping stones. Every failure, every heartbreak, every moment of doubt is a lesson waiting to be discovered. Once we've learned, the next step is to adapt. Life doesn't always go according to plan. In fact, it almost never does. But that doesn't mean you're powerless. Adapting means choosing to respond to life's challenges with creativity, resilience, and hope. Let me give you an example. When I was younger, I dreamed of being independent. But how could I live on my own when I couldn't even dress myself? That was a question I wrestled with for years. But I didn't give up. I adapted. I found ways to use my foot to do things most people would use their hands for. I learned to write, to type, to brush my teeth, and even to swim, not because it was easy, but because I refused to let my limitations define me. Adapting is about finding new ways to approach old problems. It's about asking yourself, what can I do with what I have? When you adopt this mindset, you'll discover that obstacles are just opportunities in disguise. But adapting isn't just about surviving, it's about positioning yourself to thrive. Thriving means living a life of purpose, joy, and fulfillment, even in the face of adversity. Thriving doesn't mean your life will be free of problems. No one's life is. It means that you don't let your problems hold you back. Thriving is a choice. It's a decision to focus on what truly matters, to live with gratitude, and to use your story to inspire others. For me, thriving meant stepping out of my comfort zone and sharing my message with the world. At first, I was terrified. Who would want to listen to someone like me? But I realized that my story wasn't just about me, it was about showing others that no matter what they're going through, there is always hope. And that's the beauty of thriving. When you thrive, you don't just lift yourself up, you lift others up with you. So how do you begin this journey? It starts with a single decision, the decision to believe that your life is worth living no matter the circumstances. Let's talk about learning in more detail. Learning starts with acceptance, accepting where you are, who you are, and what you're facing. It doesn't mean giving up or settling for less. It means acknowledging reality so you can start to change it. When I was a teenager, I went through a very dark time. I thought, if I'm always going to be this way, what's the point of living? But then I realized that life is a gift even with all its challenges. I began to learn that my life could have meaning, that I could make a difference, that I could inspire others simply by refusing to give up. What about you? What can you learn from the challenges you're facing right now? Maybe it's patience or perseverance or empathy. Maybe it's the realization that you're stronger than you think. Whatever it is, embrace the lessons life is teaching you, because those lessons are the foundation of your future. Once you've begun to learn, it's time to adapt. Adaptation is where transformation happens. It's where you take the lessons you've learned and use them to create something new. For me, adapting meant finding practical solutions to everyday problems. It meant learning to live independently, even when the odds were against me. But adaptation isn't just about practical changes, it's also about emotional and spiritual growth. It's about letting go of bitterness and embracing hope. It's about forgiving yourself and others so you can move forward. Adapting requires courage because it often means stepping into the unknown. But let me tell you something, every time you adapt, you grow stronger. Every time you find a new way to overcome an old obstacle, you build resilience, and resilience is what enables you to thrive. thriving is the ultimate goal, and it's not as far away as you might think. Thriving doesn't mean you have to be perfect or have all the answers. It simply means living with purpose and joy, even in the face of adversity. For me, thriving means using my story to give hope to others. It means showing people that they're not alone, that their challenges don't define them, and that their dreams are still within reach. Thriving is about gratitude, being thankful for the blessings you have, even when life feels overwhelming. It's about perspective, focusing on what you can do rather than what you can't. And it's about connection, reaching out to others, sharing your story, and finding strength in community. Let me leave you with this. No matter what you're facing, you have the power to learn, adapt, and thrive. You are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by how you respond to them. So don't give up. Don't let fear, doubt, or failure hold you back. Learn from every challenge, adapt to every change, and thrive in every moment. Your life is a gift, and it's up to you to make the most of it. Start today. Start now. Because the best is yet to come.